I think another like big issue that, in my opinion, is like being the age of internet. You see so much of something, and it's just not an issue for somebody to like tap into anything anymore and
Yeah.
pull all the information. It wasn't like you said, like back in the day, where
Yeah.
you know you'd see a snippet for a commercial or like a snippet in a magazine. You'd be like, okay, like one or two screenshots here, and that held you over until the game because the devs then had time to like fully finish. Now it's like, oh, we show you this game and everybody's like, I want it now. It's not finished. I want it now.
We're gonna
And
release an early access. Yeah.
then the game gets dropped in early access. This game's dog shit. Why did you release this?
Yeah. It's a problem. Like when you could buy a Game Boy Advance game that was fully completed development and it was just done. No game releases in full development anymore. I can't think of one. Everything has a day one patch. Everything has DLC. There's always features missing they promise, and it's like I don't know, man.
100%.
Costs like $100-200 million to make. It's like, dude, what are we doing?
Welcome everybody to a little bit of just discussion.
Spiciness.
Yeah, discussion before jumping into
Spicy.
D&D. We are back again. We're down on Magnus because he lives in Canada and he has lost power right before our session started.
Yeah.
So
Should have had that Elon Musk power, my dude.
Magnus, please keep us informed on whether or not you are okay or not, please. Would appreciate that very much.
Well, I mean, the rain should help. I mean, right now, where I live, it is extremely smoky out.
Yeah, it's
in,
pretty.
in North PA.
It's pretty thick where we're at as well.
Okay, good. He's still here, guys. He says tons of rain, and he spelled it as a Canadian would, Tonnes.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Metric.
I absolutely am here for this. This has made my night.
Tones of rain.
Tones of rain.
It's a new game he's got in development.
This is like a Risk of Rain, but
Risk of Rain, but tones of rain.
But you play Canadian.
100%. It's just
So it's not correct, Magnus. Sorry.
tons for y'all Americans.
I love how it hits with y'all.
I
love it.
I wish everybody on the stream could see that. It's hilarious.
So, picking up where we left off, I'm going to share the map for the folks who are here. Oh, we are also silverless. We are only gold.
Yes.
Because he is celebrating his wife's birthday.
It's a good man. Good soup.
Your record. You know what I did on my wife's birthday? Play D&D, so there you go.
Woo!
Alright, anyways.
Put her on a hip rest.
Oh yeah, it's pelvic rest.
It's very important, dude.
Put her
take care of those.
put her on pelvic
take care of them legs.
Ayo.
It's good to have JD back. He had a trip. How was your trip? Was it successful?
It was, yeah. Yep.
Oh no, wasn't a good time.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Just a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
what happened.
he like bounced all around on planes, dude. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Anywho, Patrick is look forward to that here coming up shortly. Don't forget we have Sirenscape up.
Yep. Sure do.
JD, so that way you're informed. We have.
I watched last week.
Did you hear your thunder gauntlet?
I didn't hear it. It was too quiet.
Oh,
but
oh yeah, dude. Hold on. Roll an attack with your
right.
your thunder.
Everybody,
Get ready for it. It's gonna shake the house.
well, I could have saved that
There
one.
it is.
Woo! Yes.
That's loud.
Pretty
Can I
accurate.
turn that down a little bit.
I feel like that's pretty accurate on what they would sound like. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
So, some cool stuff, updates. I know we talked about it last week, but Fantasy Grounds had an update to integrate sound sets. So, people that are watching at home, it's quite simple, and actually, you can edit these to include essentially regex, which uses what was it? What did it use? It uses coding essentially. Like simplified coding to like be more versatile, so you can add something to be like if somebody falls, right, like a death, it plays certain sounds, other things of that nature. It also plays for certain windows that are open on the DM side of things, so it's really fucking cool. But in any case, welcome back. We pick up this week after the party were informed of a suspicious jailbreak on the top side of the Rock of Brawl. And after becoming proper initiates, hold on, I pull up my Google Doc because it's the Bible.
Not the Bible.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
The Bible.
Yeah, being initiates now, given the first true task of tracking down this person who Ethan Krull advised that a sponsor had donated for the corporation's use a magical amulet known as Gravity's Maiden. And while the arena battle was going on and there was citizens, a lot of folks from the corporation were there, this individual took the opportunity to sneak in and steal it after escaping the jail system up top. After investigating and inquiring with some of the townsfolk and following essentially a trail of blood, found that indeed this individual, Silverhead, found out this person's name was either Harlow or Juice. He wasn't really sure.
That was right.
And so he was chasing after Harlow/Juice and met up with Captain Felix on the underside of Brawl, where there is essentially like this fortress. Essentially, it's like a prisoner barracks, and there's a bunch of fields. So the party, as you came across the underside, it was a very odd kind of. The gravity pulls you in, and there's some magics that are happening at this point. So it allows you to kind of just walk from the top all the way around to the bottom. So it's an odd sensation as you're walking around the curvature. And you come out, and the party, you can see these wide fields, and it's this really stark difference between the busy streets of the city to this wide open fields filled with corn, other types of vegetation, some spice bushes. There's a forest on one side, but it's just this wide open. The air is fresh down here, and it's kind of peaceful. After inquiring and finding this Captain Felix and kind of talking to some individuals, you found out that these fields used to serve like a real purpose when the Rock of Brawl orbited Toril. But now that it exists within the Astral Sea, no food is really needed, but they still utilize these grounds for comfort food, right? To just eat, but also to force prisoners the opportunity to work off their sentence by working the fields. We pick up this session with the party at the barracks, waiting for a chance to discuss some stuff with who we found out his name was Jude. Jude.
Yes, Juice.
So right now, I would say you guys are within like the mess hall, essentially, of the barracks. And Captain Felix is kind of hanging around. He's just kind of in space. You guys are currently waiting for a chance to talk to Jude. So Captain Felix is just waiting for a guard to get Jude put in a cell and basically set up like a meeting with you guys to have a conversation with him. You notice there's a couple other guards that are in the mess hall right now that are just loitering about.
Loiterers.
But anything you guys want to do? Any questions that you have for the guards here?
I don't. Specifically.
I'm assuming the building we're in is the one next to Z's Pog.
Yeah, it's this
Okay.
bigger. Yeah, it's this bigger structure, and the veins, and it's got what's similarly to like these large walls that are like fortified walls that connect these different watchtowers
You know,
or lookout towers to kind of look about. Um, but you guys are just kind of hanging out, and Cap Felix is kind of eating. There's like indiscriminate meat, looks like some sort of chicken that's been roasted, and some like basic breads and stuff, like nothing too fancy. He's drinking like from a tankard of ale. Um, and I don't know, I would say about 10 minutes passes before a guard returns. Like, hey, Captain, looks like I got Jude all secured in his cell, so yeah. All right, I'm gonna head home, and he just leaves.
Hey, yeah, I'm just gonna head out, you know.
Dude, I'm out of here, bro.
Well, I'd assume that's our cue.
Yeah. Let me finish my drink. The captain slams his tankard, sets it down, and kind of turns to somebody's like, "I gotta take care of this." And he gets up and says, "Follow me." You can just kind of walk down the opposite way. So right now, you guys are. If I were to take Z's pog on the map, you guys are kind of heading down in this direction along the wall. Eventually come to a point where the cells that are set up, there's one where there's you've seen individuals sitting down on a bed. I mean, calling it a bed is kind, but he's kind of like a lighter tan skin, a little bit lighter colored skin than Niklaus. He's got long brown hair, a little bit of stubble on his chin. One of the things you've noticed as you're walking through these halls where these cells are, they're all kind of wearing the same type of attire. It's this gray blue, like kind of like darker shirt, and they're all numbered. And this individual has the number 709 kind of stitched into it. And the captain kind of takes his blade and taps on the bar. He's like, "Jude, you got some visitors." And he turns to you guys, and he's like, "You guys got 5 minutes."
Excuse me. All right, who's got questions for the weird guy?
I mean, wasn't Silver the one that knew him? I mean, or told us to come here? Or am I just missing something as to why we're all here?
I believe you
Anything about
have
love?
some connection to the individual that we're looking for.
The man just kind of looks up from the cell, and he's like, "Yeah, all right."
What do you know about an amulet thief there, Jude?
Nothing.
Well, I've done everything I could do.
You know,
Alright.
rouses a rousing performance. Very, very good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Silver just chimes in and says, "I know your brother. He's come to break you out. Yar. Your
Insert.
brother Harlow." Checks notes. Harlow.
Silver, are you really sure screaming the words "break you out" is the best thing to do in a prison?
Sorry.
Yar, a little carried away there.
Man, I really wish you had a volume switch right about now. Okay, so
That's not very nice, Sieg.
so you really want him to run around saying "break out" in the middle of a prison? That's not going to look very well.
Well, he didn't say break out. He said break you out.
again, the statement stands. If you were a god, would you want someone who you know nothing about walking in and saying the words "break out"?
Did you say if I was a god?
Is the guard still here, or did he walk away?
Yeah. That Captain Felix is still hanging out. Like, he's just kind of keeping an eye on things. He's just kind of leaned up against the wall.
Could we get some space, Captain?
For what? Do you want
Just a little
space?
breathing room. Just.
All right. He kind of heads down. It's like 20 feet away from you guys. Just keep an eye on you guys to make sure there's no funny business occurring.
Juice or I was just thinking, don't say juice, don't say juice, and I said it. Jude, come here.
What? I'm not doing anything.
Come here to the bars.
He like stands up and he kind of takes a couple steps forward, but he's not up to the bars. He's like 5 feet away. He's like, "What do you want? I've been in the fields all day."
You want to get out of here?
No.
Oh, well, I was gonna offer you help, but fine.
You know how many times I've heard that? How many times that my brother sent me letters saying that he's gonna get me out of here?
Well, now it's your brother plus 1, 2, 3, 4 people.
Hold on, don't lumping me in with the lot.
Oh,
He just hit his head on the way in here. They didn't raise the gate all the way.
this sounds like
Don't mind him.
This sounds like fun. This sounds like fun.
If you
get us killed.
if your brother gives us the medallion, that's all we're here for. If he makes his way out with you, it doesn't matter to us.
Oh, real
I
life.
fucking hate my brother.
That.
He's why I'm in here.
Well, then we can swap you two. He can be in here, you can be out there.
He's already in prison.
No, he's clearly not.
What?
He's
He comes to
broken
the
out.
bars. He comes to the bars. He's like, just looks. He's like, "What do you mean, Harley's out?"
Yeah.
That's word on the street. Word on the other side of the rock.
Fucking scumbag.
He took an amulet. That's why we're here.
Well,
What? I don't know why you're come to me. What am I gonna do?
Well, because his next stop was you, so we wanted to find you before he did.
Okay.
Can you
Perhaps-
give us? Can you give us any information about your brother that might help us in the, I don't know, potential capture of him? Any weaknesses?
Well-
Anything that we could use against him?
Well, he is a pathological liar.
does it run in the
Got it.
family?
Perhaps. But he does have a bad elbow. His left elbow shot when he fell on it.
Oh, bad elbow. Do you, left or right?
Left.
Left elbow. Beautiful. You probably said left elbow,
Ah.
and I just skipped right over it.
It's okay. Some creatures have two elbows.
I have two elbows.
I meant on each arm.
Oh.
You're so obsessed with my brother, and you come here to bother me. He kind of turns around in his cell. He kind of sits down on the bed, and he just kind of goes, "The only thing I care about is doing my time so I can leave this rock.
You know what?
Because if I break out of here, they will always be coming for me.
Mm-hmm.
People like you."
Mm-hmm.
How much time you got left?
48 years.
Oh, that's nothing.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you're correct, but when you're... Never mind.
Sorry. You seem to not really care for your brother in some regards.
Oh, you have family members that are the greatest ever, and they're very nice to you, and they do everything as they supposed to, as in, I don't know, look out for you, and not lie to you, and not stab you in the back. That must be really nice. Good for you.
No, as a matter of fact, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that.
Z's gonna sit on the floor and like scooch towards the bars, like put his like arms crossed on his knees and his head like down on top of him.
Molly, so okay, so clearly you don't care for your brother, but your brother seems to want it. You, oh yeah.
He doesn't like being in debt.
So, hmm. In your years with your brother, what, hypothetically speaking, what do you say his reaction would be if he, quote unquote, saw you in the streets free before he rescued you?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you think it would be a case of him more confused or him approaching you?
Probably confused. And I think if he seen me out in the streets free, he would probably just leave.
Well, there goes that idea.
And plus, like, he would never see me in the streets because once I get out of here, I'm fucking gone. I have business to attend to.
Were there any places you both frequented in your time on, well, before this?
Like with my brother or just myself?
With your brother, or, you know, you would meet from time to time?
No. For about 20, 30 years we worked together. Within the last decade, he essentially ghosted me. It wasn't but 2 years ago before I reached out and said he had a really great opportunity for me to make some cash. And let's just say it worked out wonderfully. But yeah, he was dead to me once. He can be dead to me again. So that's where I'm at now. But I'm willing to make a deal. If he's so inclined to coming to get me out, I would love nothing more than to see his ass behind bars. And also, they don't really take too kindly to escapists, so it'd be great to know that he's rotting in some cell without windows, without bars, just solid steel walls. I would love to know that. I could pretend to have a conversation with him. I have to work the northern fields tomorrow. If he is truly on the way, and with you guys being here, I presume that he is also on the bottom of the rock. That he will attempt to make his move. So I could be your bait, say, for 50 or 15 years off my sentence, maybe 20.
I mean, that's... Unfortunately, we don't have much.
We can, though. I just talked to the guard, and he said that's possible.
Deal.
In just a minute. Let me go walk down there and ask him.
I will wait here.
Good
Can't
idea.
go anywhere else.
I'm just gonna stare up at him and be like, does anybody ever just sit and talk to you about you?
Well, you guys right now?
Well, yeah, we're like asking about your brother and stuff, but like, has anybody
Yeah,
talked
he's
to you
a
about
piece
you?
of shit. No. What's there to do about me?
Well, I don't know. Like, you're important too, right? Everybody is. Like, what do you like?
I'm so important I have a number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not referred to as my name anymore. Just
Well-
a number.
Well, like, what do you like to do? Or what did you like to do before you got here?
I mean, I was very good with a lockpick. Good with my hands. I enjoyed the look on people's faces I hid within the shadows of an alley to see them reach for their coin pouch only to find nothing but cut strings. That's my favorite.
Ooh, I like it.
But on a deeper level, I suppose I like classical music. I enjoy seeing a live band.
Oh.
I love looking at the stars. I get lost in the sea sometimes when I'm working in the field. It gets me a whipping or two, but
Hmm.
it's
See,
all good.
that's much better. That's what I wanted to hear. Everybody always focuses on what they can get out of you, but like nobody ever focuses on you, the person. You know?
I suppose my therapist is nice enough.
Oh. Who is it? Maybe I can go see it.
You don't want to see the prison's therapist.
No, well.
They just deal with psychos, and you don't seem that crazy other than the horns.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
But as you know, you're a person of culture, clearly from your outfit, that, there's more to a book than its cover.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's, you know, everybody's just always talking about, we just barged in here and we just started attacking you with questions about your brother, and we didn't even, explain anything, you know? Didn't even get to know you at first.
Well, I got used to it. That's what they do here. They ask questions, they make demands, you do them, and, I made the mistake of trusting my brother, and it got me here. The only person to blame is him and myself for trusting him. So I'm not mad at the guards. I'm not mad at having to serve my time here. I think that justice should be done. My kind of justice is a bit different from what people think is the normal way.
Well, it's very admirable, in my opinion, that you are...
Oh, good.
that you are
Great.
Able to come to terms with that, and you are okay with serving your time. And I'm sure that we can use that to our advantage to get the time taken off your sentence. And I'll spin around and I'll run towards Niklaus, just going to talk to the guard.
Okay. Niklaus?
Guard killed him.
Yep. Guard killed
He
him.
was murdered. He was murdered.
Are you aware of the escapee?
Who are you asking?
The captain? Sorry, I was muted. I should have repeated that.
Oh, no, you're good. Yes, we are aware of Harlow.
Well, Jude says he'd be willing to help us recapture him.
Really?
Yeah. Now, tell me something about Jude before we bring him in on our plan. Has he been, good since he's been in here? Has he been a bad boy?
He's a mid-level laborer. He doesn't put up crazy numbers. He doesn't suck ass, but
But he keeps to himself. He doesn't cause trouble.
very much so.
So,
Most people do here. They know there's no escape from the rock.
what if he helps us and we give him a few years off his sentence?
He kind of looks at you and he's like, help us do what?
Recapture his brother.
I'll pop up. He wants to be bait.
Literally, he wants to be jailbait?
No.
Is that
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Okay. All right.
Right?
All right. Yeah, sure. If that's
He's
what
bait
gets you
to
going.
get somebody in jail.
Sure.
That's jailbait.
He suggested
If that-
a really, really good plan. He said he's working in the northern fields tomorrow, and that he can pretend to have a conversation with his brother if he shows up, which he's probably going to show up. So, I mean, he's willing to work with us, and he's not causing any trouble. So I feel like 15 years off a sentence would be easy.
15 years, the most we've ever done is 10.
Yeah, at this point, Zeke is going to start walking towards this group.
Okay.
Okay, clearly you two are not getting very far here. I mean, have you kind of forgotten I can just do this? And Seek's gonna start like waving his hand in front of his face, and as he like goes up, he's got Jude's face. As he comes down, it's back like Seek face, Jude face, Seek face, Jude face, Seek face.
I didn't even know you could do that. Wait a minute. Yes, I did. You turned into me. You.
Dear.
And you're
That's
talking
wonderful.
different.
Aye, this guy's trying to pretend like he's something cool like Marf. He'll never be like Marf. Marf can be anything. Can you be this? He pulls up his hat and Marf is just a pistol. Puts his hat back on. I didn't think so.
Yeah, can you do that, face stealer?
You see, how would you like to be behind these bars? Because it would be so easy to turn into you once again.
I don't
Go
know.
commit the most heinous crimes.
I feel like Juice is a pretty cool person, so I mean,
Who is Juice?
Are you no Juice, the brother of Harlow?
yeah, we just talked.
Oh, I'm so under my emphasis.
Your memory is shit, Sieg.
All I'm saying is if the captain doesn't want to deal with an inmate sentence reduction, all I need is an outfit.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like he's not willing to. It sounds like it's just the amount of time that he's been into.
You do realize that impersonating a prisoner is a fireable offense.
Look at that.
All right, we'll go for
Identity
instead of-
theft is not a joke.
That is identity theft is not a joke. Z just glares at Sieg.
Identity theft is if he's already in prison.
You can still steal someone's
Good
identity
point.
if they're in prison. What are you talking about?
Just pulling out a Lowe's loan or something.
Right.
A credit line at Lowe's.
Gullible oath. You quiet for the time being.
No.
I'm just giving suggestions here.
I
A reduction of time is too steep. I'm willing to do what must be done.
Well, hold on. Let me go talk to Juice real quick. I mean, Would you-
His name is Jude.
I'll turn to the captain and I say, "Are you willing to do 10 years instead of 15?" You said the most was 10 that you've ever done.
What could this lowlife offer society? You tell me that. Tell me why I should care about this scum.
Because even though he did some dishonorable things, he is still doing an honorable thing by serving his time and not causing any trouble. He knows that justice needs to be served. While it may not be his kind of justice, he's still true to the justice system that we have put in place.
Unlike his brother.
Correct.
Yes. Make a persuasion check.
Got it. $17.
All right. I can take 10 off. But I do like your idea. Your name was Sieg, your friends called you?
Your respect. And yes, my name is Sig. For short, easier that way.
I will be in the fields to attend this operation. Perhaps your skill may come in handy. But yes, tell him that if he's willing to work with you, that I have no problem allowing 10 years off his sentence, but only if Harlow is captured and not killed. Understood?
Okay. And I'm gonna skip back to his cell.
Okay.
Oh, Jude.
Yes, what do you want?
So I talked to the captain. We couldn't get 15 because it was incredibly too steep, but I was able to talk him into taking 10 years off of your sentence, and 10 is still something.
Okay. I would like to negotiate further.
Ooh.
I will do this if one of you promises to stab him in the kidney for me.
That can be arranged.
Great. It's a deal. I'm going to sleep. My back hurts.
Okie dokie.
Can you... Oh, and one more thing. Could you bring some ale?
I'm sure I can do that. That's pretty low on the difficulty scale for me. So I'm pretty sure I can do
All right. Great. Then when it comes back, we can toast to a deal and yeah.
Okay,
He
great.
kind of lays back on his bed.
I will return to the group. Captain, do you have any ale around, by chance?
In the mess hall, yes.
Ah, fantastic. I am parched.
You're really not thinking about drinking in front of a bunch of inmates, are you?
Why not?
The inmates are not within the mess hall, Sieg. It's fine.
Silly man. Would you like some while I'm down there?
No, I don't drink.
Too bad, so sad. Bye. And I'll just saunter past.
You should like watch him walk away and like slowly turn to look to Nikolaus. Was it really the best idea for him to go talk to Jude again?
I can't stop him. He just does what he wants. He just butts into conversations and runs them.
I think that Z is becoming a great third hand. Just you wait until the captain hears about his heroics here. Come on, you fools, let's have some drink. And Silver takes down the hallway after Z.
Hearing that, I'll turn around and I'll go, Yar! right at Silver.
That's what have we got ourselves into?
Did they say we could get on a different ship? Was that a possibility? Different crew?
Oh, I'm very much going to make that happen. But
Come on, I have to get you guys out of here before somebody starts throwing things at you.
as we're walking down the hallway, Sieg's gonna look at the captain. So you said I could be of use in whatever shenaniganly plan we have for tomorrow. Were you hoping for me?
Well, I just think that if there's two of Jude, then... Or if... you'll figure it out.
I mean, is there a inmate that if he may perhaps be in the field and isn't supposed to be in the field would not cause concern that I could maybe, fit into?
Whatever do you mean? Like,
So
pretend to be a regular old guy out there working with Jude?
I feel like I'd be a lot less suspicious if there was another inmate instead of two Judes. I feel like if Harlow saw two of his brother, then kind of.
Well, I could definitely find an outfit for you to wear tomorrow.
Element of surprise and all that,
You can be prisoner 872.
Yes, sir.
The last one died. Anyways, let's go. Come on, let's go get something to eat. I will allow you to rest within the barracks, but that's it. No funny business. Z, are you going to try to sneak alcohol back down to Jude?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna try to put some into my do I have one in my inventory? Oh shit.
What, like a water skin or something?
Yeah, I don't have one.
I would assume you would have stuff like that. Is so, like, I don't know, it's so mundane. If we ever come to a point where, like, there's something that you're missing from your character that obviously makes sense for them to have. I feel like a water
You
skin.
have it.
Yeah, we'll add it in. I just don't. We don't need to be super anal about it, do we?
No, because like you said, I feel like a water skin is just something like
Mhm.
everyone, anybody that travels would just have.
Yeah. What do you think, Patrick?
Makes sense to me.
Okay, just making sure. I don't want anyone to be like, "What the hell?"
Or I mean, you could just play it like Opal Core gave everybody one.
Yeah, I mean, like, there are some things that are like we don't need to list a fucking.
Little Opal
Pop-
Course thing on the side, like merch,
Oh my god! Oh, ooh, hey. Now you're onto
like
something.
like a water bottle.
Like a little decal you put on people's
Mhm.
back of people's car. Wink, wink.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you're able to, and the guards do that shit all the time, Z. So you're able to kind of like go up to the actual there's like just a big old keg with a tap on it that's just chilling in the mess hall. There's a few of them, and you can fill up if you want.
Done.
So, and like nobody bats an eye because you can only imagine the guards are probably out there drinking in the fields. Like, whatever. But there is a little donation box there. That's like an area to gather funds for things like the food things like that. Maybe like company holiday parties and stuff.
I'll slowly walk by it, staring at it with a full skin of ale, and just like,
Don't be suspicious.
I'll
It is changed down. Just as a
I'll root around in my pocket and find
you find
a single gold piece.
gold piece.
Yes,
In your pants?
in mine pant.
That's unrealistic. You really think your character is gonna have a gold piece in their pants pocket?
Absolutely. I don't have any.
Alright.
I don't have any platinum, Ethereum.
I guess we're just
silver, or
doing
copper.
whatever now with D&D. I guess you can just freaking fly, bro.
I can. I have wings.
Actually, gonna tell me you pulled taco out of your belly button.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Yeah,
here's
what
the
the
thing.
hell?
Here's the thing. It's
Next
probably
thing you know, he has 2 scimitars.
it's probably a leftover piece from the work I did the other night. So I'll just
What
like
was that?
you heard me,
All right.
and I'll just like whatever guard is right there that heard me. I'll just like lock eyes with him and slowly like take the coin, and like drop it in the box, and then slowly pull my hand back.
The one guy like butts his buddy. He's like, look at Mr. Fancy Pants over there.
Just not breaking eye contact at all. I'm just I'm just staring at him the whole time.
Slowly walks away.
Still staring at card.
Magnus, are you here in the flesh?
Wazowski.
Uh-oh. Magnus? It killed
Oh.
us. Oh, there he is.
I am here. Yes, I have power again.
He has the power.
Hopefully it doesn't go out again.
Oh, man. So you discreetly head down the hallway to the cell, Z?
Yes.
The door that leads down the hallway to the prisoners outside of like this main kind of common area / mess hall type area. That's also connected to like the barracks for the guards is locked.
The what's locked?
There's a door that kind of leads to like it's like a prison system, right? Like you have to like
Okay.
hit that and then you got to open the gate to go down the hallway there. But there's a guard that's kind of sitting close to a table where you're at, and he goes, "What are you trying to do?"
Well, I just came from this way, and I just wanted to go back this way.
What
I
do you
think.
need to do?
I think I got
What do you-
turned around.
What do you?
I just have to go speak with Jude. We were just having a conversation.
What's the prisoner number?
753.
So confident.
That's Z.
So good. He's like, all right, I gotta escort you though.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Gets up, opens. He's like, all right. He goes, I'm following you. He's a little bit tipsy.
Oh, incredible. Even better. What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
What, Jay?
Jay? Well, that's... What,
Yeah.
Isn't that convenient? My name, just like you, with a single letter, my name is Z.
Oh. We should. Do you play any musical instruments?
I do. Do you want to see my whistle stick?
You have a whistle stick?
I do.
I have a noisemaker, and it sounds like this. Isn't that cool?
That is awesome. My whistle stick doesn't make any fun noises like that. It
Okay.
But I will pull it out, and I will, while we're walking, just do a little bit of spin and twirl with it.
That is cool. Man, I have a really great idea. We should tour, and then we could be known as Jay-Z, and we'll be very popular.
I love this idea. I need it down.
What do you think?
I think it's a fantastic idea. I love
Because it would be great. Imagine that whistle stick going off, and then in the background, it's just...
Oh, man.
It would be awesome, man.
Oh, I feel it in my bones.
Anyways, what was the number again we're going to?
753.
All right, following you.
Okay. And I will take
He's like using the wall to prop up as he's walking down with you.
100%.
You have to walk a little bit slower to make sure he keeps up with you.
I'm going to follow whatever path I took to get back here.
It's just straight down. It's like this
Neat.
long, it's just a straight hallway, and there's just cells all along one side, just straight down for like, I don't know. You're looking at like 500-600 feet of cells.
Got it. Okay.
It's huge. There's like 56. Sorry, I think a mouthful of spit. There's like 50-60 cells that go down this long corridor.
Perfect. I will just take some time locating Jude again.
You see, as you walk for a few minutes, eventually you see like a hand stick out the bars, like about 20 feet down from you.
Mm-hmm.
Like a tan skin arm. He goes, "You got the goods."
Ah, Jude, there you are. Jay, I appreciate the escort. I have found Jude. And I am going to talk to the captain about the potential of making this band.
Cool. Alright, I'll wait here because you need to get let back in.
Okay, I appreciate that. You stay right there, hold the wall up. My man. And I will saunter on over to Jude. And I'll lean up against the bars with my back facing the guard.
Yeah.
And I'll lean in and I'll be like, "You got a cup?"
Just give me the whole thing, man. I'll give it back to you tomorrow.
Wait a minute. You're not Jude.
They called me Juice.
You're not Juice.
What are you talking about?
This person is very clearly not the same person, are they?
Not even close.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I appreciate the effort, but I have someone else to find.
Make a perception check.
Copy. $21.
Okay. You walk down the hallway a bit more. There's a couple more cells down. Is actually where Jude's cell actually is.
Oh, huge! Thank God. Oh, Jude. I'm so
He
glad.
pops up from his bed and he's like, "Hey, man."
I brought you something.
All right.
And I will hold up the water skin and slosh it around a little bit.
Better not be water.
Where's your canteen, my friend?
You don't get canteens in here. All I have is a sad tin cup, and it's like, it's very small. It's like the size of those little kid ice creams that are like in like the wooden stick with. It's very small.
That'll work.
It's sad.
Bring it here.
All right. Walks over.
I'll pour right into that bad boy.
He tries to grab the water skin from you.
Oh no.
Let's see. Let's make I would say a dexterity check to see if you're quick enough to pull back for him to snag it.
Just a dex.
We'll make competing. So yeah.
Ooh.
Oof. He rolled a 9.
Let's go.
You pull it back just in time, and he's like, "It's worth a try."
You cannot
Pull it
bullshit the bullshitter, my friend. And I will pour it from a generous distance away. I'll take a swig
One
myself.
more. Hey. One more for me.
All right. I'll fill it up.
Drinks it. Whips it at the wall and goes and lays down and goes, "See you tomorrow."
You got it, my friend. And I'll make my way back to Jay
Okay.
and head back the way we came.
You guys eventually make your way back to the mess hall. The air in here is this stagnant smell. There's a faint hint of BO that emanates from some guards who were out on the rock for the last 10 hours. Men tending the fields with the prisoners, keeping an eye on it in full fucking attire. And eventually gets later in the night. Time passes. Some guards leave the barracks completely to go home. Some folks stay here. But Captain Felix retires to his own quarters before telling you all, like, "Please don't do anything stupid when you're here. We are low on cell space." "I'm looking at you," and he points to you, Oberon. "You've been oddly quiet this whole time."
Oh, I'm just a newcomer to the rock, and it's all been an experience.
Understandable.
But I'm sure we won't be getting into any trouble or anything like that.
I hope not. He leaves. Is there anything you guys want to do before you retire until the morning to enact the plan, or anything you want to do?
I think I'm alright. I'm just gonna relax for the remainder of the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. Because did he say he was going to give me the uniform tonight or tomorrow?
He gave it to you. He gave it to you before nighttime.
Okay.
You have it in your
if,
possession.
if anything, if it's like kind of like clean, so you might just take a little time, like make it a little weathered appearance, kind of make it try to fit in a little more.
There's
I think that makes sense.
there's a blood stain around the neck from
Okay,
the
in that
previous
case,
owner.
Sieg is gonna kind of like take a few moments before he heads to bed to kind of like think back to like people he's seen through the years to see if he can figure, out like an appearance that maybe had like a neck wound of like some capacity to make it kind of fit.
Roll d20 for me.
How's an at 20?
Very, very good. Very good.
Oh.
There's a scraggly old homeless dude that you've encountered from time to time in your travels. And it's strange, it's almost as if you've run into the same character in multiple cities. And every time you walk by him, you kind of do a double take and you're like, the fuck? Like, how did this homeless man get hundreds of miles away from a previous city that you were just in, right? but you kind of gravitate towards that figure. And kind of older, shaggy beard, um, like thinning hair up top with like spatterings of gray, um, and this large bulbous nose that's kind of a little bit reddish on the tip from the sun, and a little bit heavier, stocky kind of male, um, human male. It just seems like fits the bill.
Okay. Yeah, Siegel will wait until morning to do that. He's just gonna keep that like thought in his head. And then I'll do my whispers when we roll into morning, because I'm gonna change what my whispers of the dead benefit is.
Okay. Um, is there anything else you guys want to do before retiring for the night?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's all I want.
Okay.
I don't really think so. I think one thing I was kind of looking out for is if, like, besides, like, watching just the people going, like, the guards going home and going about, is there, like, any, like, rats and stuff here, or is it pretty sparse?
Uh, in this mess hall area in the barracks, it seems rather clean, but you did observe in the cells block that wasn't really well kept up.
Okay.
You'd seen some rodents, more so mice rather than rats, full on rats. But pretty clean in this area.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I don't think I would be up to much.
Okay. You all kind of get in these kind of rough, like, it's planks of wood with a bit of hay and, like, fabric thrown over top of it. It's a rough sleep. But you guys do get a rest. So I'm going to set that up in fantasy grounds. Ooh, wrong button. We are going to rest, a long rest. So everything is now reset for you automatically. Morning comes. You arise to a guard meeting with Captain Felix in the morning, and you hear kind of essentially reporting. And the guard says, "Captain, last night we seen a figure dart across the fields. All of the we did a prisoner check. Everybody's here. There's somebody underneath the rock." And Captain Felix kind of just like squints his eyes, and you guys kind of peek out because there's not really a real hard cutoff between the barracks and like the mess hall type common area. It's kind of this large open space, and the captain's just well, like a rat to a trap. Thank you, Doug. All right. When he kind of turns, he's like, "Hey, appears your friend is confirmed to be in the field somewhere. So that bodes well for your plan."
But do we have a plan to get Jude out there without this looking suspicious?
Yeah, it's fine. Are you dressed up in your attire now? See?
Siegel have the outfit on, but he's not like in the disguise yet, since he's kind of just waiting until they get ready to head out
Yes.
fully. And for my whispers, I went with performance.
Okay, good.
And I've already put it on my sheet, so.
Sweet. Perfect. The only one out of this group here that seems a bit like a sore thumb is probably this Silver character. They're a bit eccentric to be wandering around and not working, or at least not in some sort of uniform. There are some trees that perhaps you guys can hide out in the meantime. Usually there's 4 guards that mill about per field. There will be about 6 prisoners working in the area that, and that Jude will be working. So, anyone who's wants to kind of lay low, you don't look that bad dressed. And he's pointing to you, Niklaus. He's like, you could probably pass for a guard. I can get you a scarf to put around your neck. Colors of the rock, and it would be, you'd be passable. Z, you're a bit too.
Flamboyant?
Fantastic.
Sure. I'm just saying that.
Bombastic. Eccentric. Loud.
Yes. I just. Kind of would be like a deterrent. You definitely stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I get that a lot. But I'm okay with it.
Perhaps you stay back in the tree line?
Yeah, I can do that.
And Oberon, what do you think? I can't really put my finger on where he would fit in.
I will be quite fine dealing with myself.
All right. Well, breakfast is getting served to the prisoners here in the next 15 minutes, and then we will take them out to the fields, those who are working. So, make sure you eat up, get some liquids in you. Who knows when this asshole's gonna come out. I can't wait to build the corporation. Room and board for you guys. It's gonna be fucking great. And he just walks away.
Well, he is quite a jolly fellow, is he not?
I like him.
See, I feel like you like anybody that gives you any sort of complimentary free room and board.
First of all, what part of any of what he just said to me sounded like a compliment?
The free room and board part was more of what I was getting at with this one.
Ah, yes. See, when one grows up looking as one does, and I will do like a half bow, you learn to grow some thicker skin and embrace the stranger parts of yourself. Plus, who doesn't love free room and board? Okay? Okay.
You.
Me indeed. See, me indeed. Me only, you face-stealing bastard. I'm gonna get real close to him. Real close to his face.
As he gets close, he's just gonna, like, if he blinks at all, as he opens his eyes, it's gonna be his face for a split second in front of him, and then just whoop, back to Sieg.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna get real close, squint my eyes. I'm gonna lick him.
So you should kind of like wipe his face and like smack it across Z's face. You can have that back.
Ooh, feisty.
Trying to like mark your territory or something, because that is not how we do it.
Maybe not you.
You are, yes, you are.
I'm gonna grab him and squeeze him and give him a big hug.
Oh, okay.
See, we're gonna be best friends. And right where he slapped the spit back on my face, I'm gonna squish my face right up on his. We're gonna be best friends.
What are you?
And I'll let him go. All right, I'm going to the tree line. Bye. And my wings will come out of the small slits in the back of my shirt.
Are you planning on flying there?
No, but it'll be easier to be hidden up in the tree instead of just at the tree line.
That's fair. Well, Niklaus, do you think you would be able to climb whatever trees are out there?
No, probably not. I was thinking maybe just laying in the tall grass, but
You are small enough.
Sorry, 1 second.
He has to go inspect the grass.
He's been summoned.
And I plan to come along with you, see. I will take a form that won't be noticeable.
I mean,
But-
I appreciate that. At least someone with a little bit of confidence will be assisting me in the danger zone.
Well, I'll at least be there in case help is needed.
Well, Captain said we have about 15 minutes or so I suggest me and you have our fair share of food and drink before we head out there. And why do we have the most difficult task? Oh, why did we agree to this? This seems very poor design on our part.
Well, I mean, we know what the man wants, and I mean, at least we're not technically the bait here.
I suppose you're right, but overall, next time I agree to do something stupid like this, please be the voice of reason. Be the little voice in my head. Or just beat the shit out of me and tell me no.
Sure.
Thank you.
I just remembered I was supposed to pretend to be a guard, so I won't be hiding.
Well,
I
I guess
must be scared
probably
of heights.
staying at a distance might be a good idea anyway, just so that you don't scare him off.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or at least look aloof and like you're a bad guard.
Oh, I can't change my face into one of you.
I think you'll manage.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of time passes, and oh man, eventually, the captain comes back. He's like, "All right, so just we'll go out first, and then the guards will bring out the prisoners to work the fields. Just Jude's role today is seeding, so he will be pulling a cart along and be sowing some seeds. So it's usually him and a couple other prisoners, and there'll be a guard to make sure no funny business comes out. So perhaps you, Niklaus, you can partake with this. And you see could be somebody who's also assisting Jude with the sowing of the seeds. What do you
Well,
think?
I mean, depending on how many other people are with him, if Niklaus wants to be the guard, I mean, Oberon can be the other prisoners assisting him.
You're gonna
I
need a
believe
shirt.
I believe it's Oberon and I.
I think he's right. It's okay. You're gonna need an outfit, Oberon.
Oh, I don't plan on being a guard or a prisoner. I'll be all right.
Oh, all right. Far be it from me to assume anything that the Opal Corporation makes sense. So, let's go. And he begins to kind of exit out the mess hall. They open up like a gated door that also is lock and key, and then the end that goes through like a small kind of corridor that leads to the door that heads out into like the field. So kind of out where you guys entered in. Oh yeah, let me share this with you. Make sure everybody can see that. So you guys are kind of on Z's Pog right now. And you guys eventually make your way over almost essentially back the way you came up here. So up, let me sync the view. Up in this area, there's like a tree line that's 40, 50 feet away from the field itself, where Silver decides to kind of hang back into the shadows. And then Z, you're gonna fly up into one of the trees there, yeah?
Sure am.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
So
And I'm gonna shapeshift into a mouse.
okay.
And I'm gonna just crawl up Zeke's leg, or if he picks me up or whatever, I'll
Oh.
kind of stick around him.
As the guards are opening the gate, that's when Seagull change into the appearance he came
Yep.
up with. Watching Oberon kind of, Sieg's gonna like old man slow reach down and kind of like pick him up, and like if there's like a pocket or something in this, he's gonna kind of like stick him in there. Hi, come on, little friend, let's go. We've got work to do.
I love it. I love it. So you guys head out, making your way. My question for you, Oberon, is: are you able to change the face of the mouse?
Yeah, it'll be a real
Oh my
a
god.
real elderly mouse
my God.
match
Oh
with
my
the
God.
elderly man.
Some like weird shit from like Full Metal Alchemist, where like the daughter and the dog get fused. It's just fucking okay.
Oh.
Anyways, what we'll do is let's do like a 20-minute break. I gotta cool down this room. It's really hot in here.
Sure.
Turn the go grab a fan, cool it down in here, and then we'll come back and we'll continue the action.
Sounds good
Right.
to me. We will see everybody after cooling down in about a 20 minute.
Yes. Hello, welcome back. We have a beautiful map now. In the northern fields, there's the kind of the trees up on the other side of the walkway road there, and scattered within um, the fields are Jude, Sieg, and Oberon is just a little tiny mouse. And hours pass, and I would say Z make a perception check and Niklaus make a perception check. Okay. Yeah, a few hours pass and it's kind of quiet. This field is rather wide open. You can see off in the distance another group of prisoners are tending the field as well. Um, Felix is just kind of hanging out, loitering about, drinking out of his canteen, just kind of mulling about. And every now and then you can kind of see him steal a glance in your direction, Z, just to kind of make sure you're still there. But yeah, the morning kind of goes by, a few hours. Um, some guards kind of come and go and rotate out. But Niklaus, you stay. I would say another couple hours pass. See, everybody can make a perception check who's here, except for you, Oberon.
Can I make it like just to hear stuff, I guess?
Yeah.
Or is that not really any value to it, probably?
I mean, like, there's like Jude is like actively working. There's the sounds of animals in the distance and stuff.
Okay.
So, I have a quick question.
Yes.
My natural explorer feature, having
Yes.
a favorite terrain type, is my favorite terrain type is forest. Would that apply in this situation because I am in a wooded area? The only reason I ask is because it says my proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to it, which would be my perception.
I would consider that like an extension of the forest. Yeah.
Okay. So
Being able to like, get to a point in the tree where you can get a better vantage point, that makes sense.
okay, so this is gonna, my perception is usually +3. If I do get that bonus, it'll be a +6 to it. So I'll just add an additional 3. So be a 14.
Okay. You see, I mean, Z, just based on your height there, looking across the field, you see a guard escorting a couple prisoners over, in your direction, just over to this field. Let me see. Add that homie to the thingamajig. He comes in. He's right here.
I also do have advantage on wisdom check or perception checks that rely on smell,
Ooh.
but I don't know what anything would smell like. So
Smells like,
But-
smells like,
Smells
smells like
Field.
juicy.
yeah, you smell like cranberries.
juice.
Smell cranberries. Let's see. This guard begins to kind of escort, like I said, a couple prisoners over, and just like essentially has them continue to work. They have a couple baskets. They're picking some stuff. They work their way over. a bit more here. And then Sieg, to you, Jude turns, and there's kind of like a surprised look in his eyes, and he's like, "That's him."
That's who there, young feller.
Don't be a fucking idiot. That's him. And then before you can even react, this man begins sprinting through the bushes away from the guard in your direction.
I'm gonna throw my pocket mouse at him.
I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that combat music. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it, Russell, but it was very.
I don't have Sidescape open because, like I said, I
You
can
never.
hear you guys.
Man needs a better pair of headphones.
It is only Sirenscape that my audio balance is that off, and nothing else does it. It's literally just Sirenscape.
But I'll have you guys all roll initiative as he's pulled out a blade and is running in your direction.
Fuck. Old man initiative is bad. Can't even see what it was. 10. Fuck.
Oh, not bad. I need to roll for silver. Not horrible. Okay. You just hear the man just run out and this hood kind of fall back. And he's like, "Jude, get back!" Let's see. Top of the round. Felix is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to come right up in here. Right there. Try to cordon him off. And he's just going to pull a spear out, and he's going to be like, "Lay your arms down." Niklaus, you're up. You kind of seen this commotion.
Yeah, seeing him run this way, I'm going to take off in this direction. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh no, I have to dash. I'll dash and just get right up in between him and Jude.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay. Harlow is going to move here. And he is going to pull out the medallion off his neck. And he's just going to, in his hand, punch the ground within its hand. I need everybody, let's see. Jude, Felix, Sieg, Niklaus. Oberon, this won't really matter for you. But I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw. As you feel the ground begin to shake, you can see there's little pebbles and dust begin to raise from the ground around you. Let me turn that down a little bit. Let's see how he does. Rolls a 3. So, Sieg, you're able to kind of stay in place, and therefore, Oberon, you're good. But Niklaus and Felix begin to rise off the ground, and you're about 10 feet in the air at this point, suspended. And then he's going to punch the air with it, and you guys are going to slam into the ground. So you take 2d6 3 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, as you smash into the ground. Okay. And you are prone. Sorry. I'll add that to your thing. Hmm? Yeah. Okay. That's his turn. Oberon. You're up. You got a little bit of weightless inside the Sieg's pocket. Like, it was really weird. Muted.
Oh, sorry. I was
You're
muted.
good.
Did Sieg already throw me then? Or was that like...
Oh, yeah, well,
if I can throw him, I 100% was throwing him at the start.
I didn't also know if you were joking or not.
If he will let me throw him, 100% he's getting thrown.
Yeah. I don't have any say in it.
Yeah, where are
I'm
you
just
throwing
the
him?
mouse.
In what direction?
So, when Harlow... am I able to move Harlow for like a split second?
Move him?
Yeah.
We're not retconning anything, so if you're throwing him, you throw him right now.
I threw him when he was running at us.
We'll have to wait until your turn to throw him then.
Okay. Well, in that case...
Because this is going to make things all fucky, and I don't want
In
to...
that case, I'm just gonna peep out of the pocket and... can I try to jump at Harlow? And,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
would I... Or, like, I guess probably can't make it that far, but, like, I want to try to jump and, like, sneak up onto him.
Oh. Make a... Oh, is there a stealth check that you can make with your...
My rat
see.
has a +0 dexterity stuff, so I'll just roll a d20.
Okay, let me roll for him.
I'm sure he's gonna get like a 1.
God. Ah. Wrong thing. You're just trying to sneak up, right?
I wanted to like jump, but hope that he doesn't notice me as I like jump onto him.
He notices you, but you're like on him. Like, he's not really concerned about like a rat right now. It's a very strange situation. He's just kind of like...
Yeah, I'll like crawl up onto him and hang on. Can I give Bardic as a mouse?
I don't know how...
I think, I guess I'll... It says a creature that can hear you. Oh, I guess it does say I use stirring words or music, so...
Stirring words.
You know how to speak, rat? Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, that'll be...
Where's Jeffrey when you need him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be my turn, I think. I'll just use my action to, like, hide, basically, in his
Oh, okay.
stuff.
Yeah, make another stealth check then if you're trying to hide somewhere on his body.
Alrighty.
He noticed you jumped over, but now he's just kind of like, okay. Sweet. You kind of tuck up underneath one of his, like, his sleeves.
Yep.
Let's see. Silver kind of peeks out behind the tree and he's like, "Hi. Time for me boomstick." He's gonna run out. 4, 5, 6. Don't think he has much distance with this though. Yeah. Range is not. I think it's 30. I have to look it up. I have to add that to this freaking item in Fantasy Grounds. Because it has a range within like D&D Beyond, but it's not showing up on the other thing. Like, damn it. something weird. It's like 30 feet or some shit. 3090. Okay. How do I add that to this? Let me see. Let me look up what a bow is. How does a bow? Ammunition, range, properties. How is this written out? Range 30, 90. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Oh, dude, he's in range. He's going for it.
Ooh.
Gonna try to take a shot at this fool. It. Ooh, 23 to hit. Geesh. Ooh, 10 points of damage. Damn! That ends
What
Silver's
kind of
turn.
pistol is that?
Jude's going to back away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. And he's going to just ready in action. He's going to hold his action. This guard's going to come on over. He's going to attempt to spear that mofo. Well, actually, he's going to stay over here, and he's like, Captain, you took care of that guy. I got a prisoner over here I got to keep an eye on. He's going to stay there. I don't think he's too concerned. There's a bunch of mayhem going on. Sieg, you're up.
Well, not having invisible weapons to blend in. What hand does he have the amulet in?
It's in his right hand.
Just gonna pull out a dagger and stab him in the foot, I guess.
Yeah. Stab him.
Would I technically have flanking with the guard captain?
Oh, yeah. He's a friendly unit. That'll hit. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh. Got the dagger to sound effect to work, finally. Nice.
And then I get sneak attack damage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that shit.
For an extra 10.
Woo!
That's it.
Nice. That was good sneak attack damage. Shit. Ah, damn. Z, you're up. That's crazy. That was a really good sneak attack, bro.
All right.
Can you
Whoa.
take those extra sneak attack? I thought maybe if I clicked it again,
So-
it would remove it.
So what you need to do is, if you've hit and you have sneak attack, you add that there. So when you roll your damage, it'll automatically roll the 2d6 for you. It's all
I'm
good.
not used to having it on here.
It's
So,
all good, brother. We Gucci. Z, you're up, my dude. What you gonna do?
All right. It looks like everybody is moving in, and I am not a ranged guy. So the first thing I'm going to do is, as a bonus action, I'm going to sling out a hunter's mark. It's got a
Hell yeah.
range of 90 feet.
Easy.
Hunter's mark on myself. Boop.
I will preface, I have not pulled the blade out of his foot. It's there.
Just
Yeah.
love it.
So in the trees, anybody, I doubt anybody's looking, but if anybody were to look, there's now these piercing set of tiny purple beads and ripping out of the tree. I'm going to use my action to dash. So I have 30 feet of flying speed, and then if I use my action to dash again, I'll get a total of 60.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to tear ass all the way out until I get within, there's 10 feet right there. And I'm still just, I'm going in a straight line for him. I look like a crazed lunatic with these vibrant, glowing purple eyes just trained on him.
What do your wings look like?
My wings, I can't remember what. I thought they were ethereal before, but I was wrong. I believe they look like a set of bat wings. Let me pull it up again. Yeah, they're bat-like wings that jut from my shoulder blades.
Are they like a deep purple?
They are. So I look like a crazed.
Born up in this bitch.
100%. I look like a crazed maniac with these vibrant purple glowing eyes. Horns, bat wings, tearing ass, and I have a scimitar in both hands. Just in a straight. If anybody has seen Black Clover, it's like the scene fucking Black Meteorite, man. I'm in a straight line coming for this motherfucker. But
I'm here for it.
That's all I've got for this one. I am not close enough to make swings.
Guard 1 is going to come in to close the space. He's going to jut out with his spear. Whoops, make sure I selected him. Am I targeting the right person? Okay, I didn't want to target the rat. That would have been bad. Insta-kill. Oh man, this dude's getting punished right now. Whew. 5 points of damage just in his side. And his turn, guard 2 is going to start yelling at the other prisoners, "Get out of here, go!" And he's gonna like run over here and try to get some of these people to get the fuck out of the way. Top of the round. He was not happy with that. He's gonna use his movement to get up out of prone. And he's going to he's gonna fucking stab him with a spear too. With advantage. Oh my god, he rolled booty trash. He swung out and Harlotus ducks underneath it, and it like comes really close to your head, Sieg. Doesn't hit you, but enough to kind of startle you for a second. And Oberon, you're like gotta like kind of like really cling on as he starts moving. Nikolaus, you're up, brother.
Right, I will use half my movement to stand up. That didn't work. That just gave me prone twice. That's cool. I'm double prone.
What does that mean? You're just like
In the ground.
I'm upside down now.
Scared. I'm really scared, fam. Rolls over. All right.
And then I'm gonna try to. I'll move over here. I want to try to grab that left arm.
Try to like pin it.
Yeah, grab it and you know how like put it up behind his back. Yeah.
All right. Make a strength check. We'll make competing strength checks if you can overpower him.
Let's go. Oh.
We gotta be at 14. Motherfucker. Okay, his arm's pinned up.
All right, that's his bad arm, right?
His right arm? Yeah, that's definitely his bad arm.
I thought it was his left.
His name is also Juice. No,
Wait.
his bad arm is his bad arm is the bad elbow on the left.
That's what I said I grabbed, isn't it?
Well, the thing's in his right. Oh, you're not.
I want to grab his bad arm.
Oh, easy enough. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like-
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good, brother. Got really confused. I was like, the hell?
All right. That's as far as my plan got. That's it. I'm just holding his arm.
Didn't expect it to work. You're just like, oh.
Yeah, that was easier than I thought. I don't
It's
think
bad
there's anything
arm.
else I can do. Just gonna bonus action, keep cranking the arm.
Okay. Niklaus, make a perception check,
Uh-oh.
and also you, Oberon.
I suck. Does it
Okay.
rely on smell?
No.
Okay.
Niklaus, you're just caught up in the battle, just kind of just trying to apprehend this man. But Oberon, one thing that you notice is there's like this cold air that's like coming out of the sleeve of his arms. It's like this cold kind of almost like a draft. And it's kind of chilly being on his body. Harlow's like in a compromised position. He got his foot pinned down, and he's just gonna say, "Fuck it," and he's gonna consume 2 points on that, and he's gonna just say, "Meteorite," and he smashes the ground with this thing. I need everybody here, including you, Oberon, to make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 16.
Dirty 20,
that dirty
baby.
20.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Listen, Z
Oh, no.
Z Agile AF, baby.
Gotta get captains rolling here. Natural 1, my guy. Okay. So, Oberon and Captain Felix, you get launched in the air. You're 20 feet in the air now as the bushes themselves that are on the ground begin to like almost strain and get pulled out of the ground. And you get thrown to the ground, taking
To land on
46
top of
damage.
him? Or no?
I don't know. 11 points of damage. Oof. 14. So you are, because you just have 1 HP hit point for
Yeah,
being
so
a
I'll
rat,
take
right?
10 points of damage, and I'll
Yep, so
turn
you'll
back
take
into
10.
me.
Harlow's also going to take some bludgeoning damage because you fell on him 20 feet worth. So he's going to take 2d6 bludgeoning. Motherfucker. Took 2 damage. Now you know,
Two
Oberon.
damage?
Yeah, I rolled double 1s on 6s, so that's how you know that Oberon is a skinny dude.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what was that?
What the hell?
Oh, I'm spinning you. Here we go. Back up to normal size. So we'll say you're occupying this. You kind of slam it in and roll off.
I'm spinning.
Yeah.
Spinning.
Spinning, I'm spinning.
And I would say now at this point, it's very easy for you to kind of notice this, Niklaus. His hand is stiffening up. It's like it's
Oh,
not
God.
fleshy anymore. It's like
Oh God.
you're grabbing onto it, and it's like almost like rock solid now, and it's cold. It's like you're holding onto a block of ice. And then as you kind of fall, Oberon, you kind of see his face. His neck has kind of like these ice kind of crystals that are forming up his neck. But it is your turn, Oberon.
Alrighty. And so Niklaus, you're holding the arm that doesn't have the amulet in it.
Correct.
Okay. I think probably Sieg is maybe better for it. And I'll say to Sieg, and I'll get the amulet, grab the amulet. And I will use my action to cast guidance on Sieg.
Nice.
I don't actually know if I can I not cast it from this? Oh wait. Oh, I guess not. So it's just there. doesn't actually have a button to press. To cast.
Yeah, you just add a D4 to an ability check.
And then I'll use my my bardic inspiration as my bonus action to give to C.
Okay, nice. And a D6.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Yeah.
Bless up.
Straight up.
And that'll be my go. I'm not gonna back up
There's
because I don't
too
want to get
many people over there. Don't want to be taking a shot and hit a guard and end up with a prison sentence. He's gonna come over to the bush and he's just gonna like reload and just like kind of hold this action in case Harlow begins to kind of make a break for it. Jude is going to. He's gonna stay there. He's just kind of. I mean, maybe Z, you'd probably hear him say. He's just gonna be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Brother, you idiot." The guard's going to continue to usher these dudes kind of over here with the other one to kind of keep everybody away. Sieg, you're up.
I'm just gonna try to grab the amulet.
Okay. I would say you're able to grab his hand with the amulet. Or you're gonna make a competing strength check.
We get
So
a D4 and a D6
yes.
that you can add to it.
D4 onto it. And D6.
There you go.
Let's see, 4. You rolled a 13, so that was really good thing you got
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff you needed.
Yes.
You kind of pull on the amulet really hard, but you feel like it's really stuck in there, and you pull one more time, and his fingers shatter, like his fingers just break off, and he's just like, ugh. But you have the amulet in your possession.
As they kind of snap off, I'm gonna kind of like stumble back about 5 feet, just from like the force, and kind of realizing what just occurred. So he's gonna look over like his hands to the captain and just, he's got the plan.
Z, you're up.
Oh, we're coming in hot, baby. I'll land right about here. And I'll just, oh, excuse me. I'll come down like a bullet. And I'm gonna plunge both of these scimitars right into Harlow. Considered flanking with Miss Captain Felix.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh yeah.
First one. Does a 22 hit?
Very nice. Very nice. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Did you hear it?
Hunter's mark will give me additional damage for that.
Ooh, 12 points of damage. That's brutal.
Hunter's mark. I don't know why I have to keep proccing Hunter's mark every time, because it is a concentration spell.
Be something on the way that I can look into it later.
Okay. So I'm just gonna re-up it.
Okay.
And second attack with the scimitar. 19.
Ooh, that hits.
Beautiful. Another 11 points.
11 points of damage? Damn. How long does it last, Hunter's Mark? Let's see.
It lasts for, I believe, an hour.
Okay. Day, round, minute, hour. 1 hour. Expend. Never. Okay, there you go. I fixed it.
Yeah, at higher levels you can maintain it for 24 hours, but
so if you wanna hit the effect again for you.
Hunter's mark.
There you go. That'll stay.
Oh, huge. Let's go.
It'll stay for 1 hour.
So, I'll come come flying in like a banshee, man. Purple streak through the air. Both scimitars come down and make perches directly into, like, probably like armpit level shoulders, like squaring off the chest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking directly at the ground as like the blood pools underneath me. And anybody close to me that might be able to hear me under my breath will hear me say, "Violet lands."
What was that? What was it?
Violet lands. And
Okay.
that will... I'm going to stay right there.
Violent lambs.
Me. Just fucking sheep goes behind me.
Serta sheep. Unnumbered. He's got an inmate uniform on.
Oh,
Guard numero uno is going to come over here, and he's going to hand the guard captain a bottle and say, "Drink this, Captain." Okay. And his turn, that guard is working on just making sure nobody takes this as an opportunity to riot. And the captain's going to drink his healing potion. Or potion of healing, I apologize. 2d4 plus 2. 6 points, nice. Down to 8 damage. And he is going to... Niklaus, you're up.
I'm going to first drop his arm, and then I'm going to say, where were you bitten? And then I'm going to hold my action for some snakes to pop out
Okay.
and wait for an answer.
And kind of looks down at his hand that's missing fingers now. Thanks, Sieg. And he is going to just turn to you after you let down his hand, and he goes, "The voice will numb us all. Only those who follow it will attain the power." And he's just gonna throw his arm out, and it's gonna turn into an icicle blade, and he's gonna thrust out towards you, Niklaus.
Can you say what he said again? The voice will numb us all, only those
My God.
who follow.
Will attain power.
Thank you. I feel like that's important.
He's just thrusting this
Yeah.
ice spear that's now his arm just straight into your chest.
Oh, good.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
Motherfucker. You will see as his face begins to kind of completely ice over, and his eyes are now just white. His hair is starting to kind of change color from what used to be kind of like this reddish brown into like white. Oberon, you're up. You can now feel the coldness that's just coming out from him.
yeah, that's not good. I think I want to back up from him. In case snakes come flying out aggressively. And then I will... Can I see, like... Was it his arm that lost the fingers that turned into the icicle?
Yes.
Okay. I'll kind of aim for that as I fire out a guiding bolt at him.
Okay. It's a ranged attack, right?
Yeah, that's why I backed up
Sweet.
as well, so I didn't have a disadvantage. And then I will look back at Silver and I'll just say, Silver, take the shot. And I'll give him Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. Sweet.
That was my bonus second.
Silver's gonna tee up then, and he's just gonna go, alright. Where are we? Pistol. Hit. Bardic
And he gets
Inspiration
to add a D6.
1d6.
Yeah.
He rolled a 6. Let's go. 21 to hit. Just fucking slams right into the head of Harlow. 7 points of damage. Nice. You can kind of see that Harlow's now kind of like his head's kind of lower. There's no blood coming out of him. That bullet hits his head, and you like kind of like ice and like a little bit of snow kind of flies off next to you, Z. And you hear whispering, "Mother, I'm coming." That'll end Silver's turn. Jude just kind of stumbles back, and he's just like, "Brother, what's happening? Stop this!" All right, Z. Oh shit! Sorry, Sieg. I went right over you. You're up first. My apologies, buddy. I double clicked by accident.
Just gonna pocket the amulet so it's safe and just kind of
Okay.
move up here just to make sure nothing immediately occurs since I have what we came here for. That's it.
Okay.
Good.
I would say, Sieg, make a perception check for me, Sieg. Okay. Z, you are up.
Okie dokie. I am going to pull both scimitars out of this man,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
You
going to
feel
go.
like a little bit of resistance as you're pulling out. It's almost like his body's starting to kind of seize up.
One of his arms is extended. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to try and sever that arm.
Okay. 18 to hit.
Copy.
Or 18 to achieve.
15 won't do
The
it.
first swing misses. Or, I'll tell you what, it hits the arm, but it like slides all the way down it, and like, Niklaus, you gotta kind of like, whoa, look out. Dodge a little bit out of the blade kind of sliding off it.
And second one.
But he's gonna turn to you and he's gonna put up that arm, and you're just gonna right through it, and it cuts through that like arm blade and like cuts his face as it just kind of hits the ground, and then you can see almost instantaneously that this severed piece of ice flesh just disintegrates almost into nothing, like leaving no liquid or anything on the ground.
Got it.
And as you kind of as you cut, you kind of look down and you see it kind of disintegrate. You look up, and you can see his face begins to kind of melt. And then, what's standing there after? And it's like a, really one of those sped up videos of like an ice cube melting, but like you can see he's quickly melting down. There's no skeleton. there's just this strange shape of a man who's left, and you can see directly through him over to the captain, and this figure sprouts wings that are draconic in nature, and this ethereal image just shoots up into the sky, shoots straight up. It looked just like him, but more of like this ghostly ethereal look, as if it was like his soul or something is left, sprouted wings and just shot right up in the sky. His body just melts down to nothing except the clothes that were on his back.
Z will be like standing in like whatever ichor and wet and whatever.
It's nothing. It's completely dry.
Really?
And it's just clothes, yes.
Okay. Regardless, thinking, recalling what just happened, like severing that arm, Z is just gonna start laughing to himself, almost like in a manic way. And it will turn into like a voracious like belly laugh. And once he's done, he'll just turn and be like, "Oh, I might have gotten carried away a little bit, but God, do I miss this."
Did anybody watch this entity shoot into the sky? I would assume you guys were all like, what the
I
fuck?
think everyone probably would.
I'm assuming so. Tim, did you conjure a small being?
What's up, dog?
My hair just turned red.
Well, buddy?
Did my hair just turn red?
Did your hair turn red? It's strange because of the light. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yo, why my hair turn red?
Say hi to the boys.
Hi, buddy.
Alright. I'm almost done. I'll be out in a bit. Lay down and get some rest. Take your shoes off, dude. You madman. Watch your hands. Hey. Yep, I don't want to pinch you. Watch down, lay down, like, hang out, watch your shows, bud. Be quiet, okay? What a madman. As you guys kind of, like, watch this thing kind of ascend into the sky, you, I'll have all of you guys make perception checks to see if you can track where it went.
Perception.
Freaking Sieg has freaking...
Sun in my eyes.
Oh, man, guys. Yeah, let me roll for, It doesn't really matter. Because Sieg rolled the natural 20. While you were kind of removed and had a bit better angle, Sieg, you watched from like a wider angle of this thing ascend to the sky. There's an indeterminate amount of distance where this thing just kind of continues up into this strange nebulous and these twinkling stars and different things that are just exist within the astral sea. And you spot some sort of winged creature miles and miles out, just kind of perpendicular, kind of float above the sky, and he just hits there, and this thing kind of continues on its way.
Huh. Well, you don't see that every day.
The captain just says, one less mouth to feed, I guess.
I'm just gonna be like having my hand over my eyes, trying to like look to see where he went. I
Yeah.
did not catch. Like, did he just disappear? Uh, well, I guess we were mainly just after the amulet anyway. I guess mission accomplished.
I will say I've never killed someone so hard that I've seen their soul leave their body.
I don't know what that was.
The astral sea is strange. Either way, no deal. Deal's off. He's dead. All right. See you guys later. And the captain begins to walk away.
No deal.
Wait.
Turns around. It's like, he was supposed to be alive.
Do you know what would have happened if we left him alive?
Humor me.
Well, first, two big ice snakes, then they bite us, and then we turn into those, and then two more big ice snakes out of all of us, and then we bite other people, and it's just a chaining effect. You haven't heard of the numbing plague?
Yes, but that looked nothing like the reports I've heard.
Have you had a first-hand encounter with it? Because we have. And I'll tell you that.
Did it look anything like that?
I'll tell you it's exactly like that.
Okay, maybe not exactly, but
I'll
it
put it
seems
in
to
the
be
report.
evolving.
Shut the fuck up.
It's important. It's important that it's changing.
You know, plagues really evolve in different ways, and you never know what sort of changes there might be, but he even mentioned the idea of numbing, and
Yeah, he
obviously there
said
was
the voice
something
will
going
numb
on.
us all. Only those who follow will attain power. That's what he said. I wrote it down mid-combat.
But
I wrote
suffice
it
to say,
down
we
mid-com-
saved
Mid
we
combat.
saved a lot of trouble.
Write that down. Write that down.
Jude's just kind of like sitting with his head kind of hung low, and he's like, fuck. The captain walks by and says, puts his hand on Jude's shoulder, and he's like, listen, buddy. Your brother was serving a 75-year sentence. He punched his ticket just now. So, I'm gonna let you go. You've been good. Get the fuck out of here. And he walks away. The punishment of watching your brother die is good enough for me.
Well, look at that. Everything works out in the end.
No, stop talking.
He leaves.
Let it happen. Don't make him change his mind.
And Jude is silent.
I wasn't speaking to him.
All right, who's got the rum? Whatever he wanted, Al. Huh?
Did somebody say rum?
I have ale. I'll pull
There
out
you go.
I'll pull out my water skin.
It's got like a cup left. Like 8 ounces left. And it's warm.
Oh yes, my favorite.
All right, Jude, we'll get you some topside.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Z, cheer him up or something. You're good at that, aren't you?
Cheer him up or something.
Yeah.
I have to work off this body high first.
And on that note, I'm getting out of here. The guard just like walks over here and says, all right, back to work, assholes.
Can we check his clothes for anything? Anything other than clothes?
Make an investigation check.
Sure.
Okay. You rummage around the clothes and you find like a small kind of. It's folded up. It's like a chunk of paper. A parchment. It's basically paper. And it seems like he's had it for a while. Some parts of it have been kind of like worn away. Some of the text is smudged, and it just talks about. It's essentially like some notes written down, as well as like discussing the large, wide eyes that are always watching him, and the voice that speaks to him in his sleep, that whispers in the back of his head. And it wasn't long before it convinced him to escape and told him exactly how to escape the prison and what he needed to do to be united with her. He didn't have a name for her other than Mother. But just discusses about, essentially just scribbles of a madman talking about a voice, a whispering voice that's drove him to do this. Told him exactly where the medallion would be, where the amulet would be, and when to go.
I will kind of like shake off a little bit of the strange high that I'm having from bloodlust. And I will make my way over to Jude.
Not now, man. Just, he was a prick, but he was my prick of a brother.
You're right. I don't know if you know a lot about this plague, but I will tell you that the moment he was infected with it, he was already gone. This plague devours its host, and if I'm going to be honest, the best thing that we could have done was save him from that extra pain. Seeing it firsthand and coming in contact with it just a short while ago, it causes the host nothing but pain, misery, and agony while they are infected with it. And if he was taken back into that prison, he would have died regardless, and he also would have killed countless others.
He wasn't leaving here alive, man.
No, he was not.
Even without that curse.
I
Heard
will
worse
say
things.
I will say that I was not, at first I was not aiming to kill him until I saw the signs of this numbing plague, the icy hands, the arm turned to shards. I tried to stop it. I thought removing the arm itself may stop the spread of it, but it looks like it does look like it ended it, but it also, well, you know. But know that it was not my intention. I did want to keep him alive because I made a deal, and my word is my bond.
Well, it may have been your blade, but you do understand he killed himself.
I do.
Whether it was some sort of deal made, or some sort of rat bit him, or maybe he bunked with the wrong lass, something else more heinous. I've heard rumors, but Didn't think it'd be quite that bad. But, guess I better get going.
What are your plans now that you're free?
Well, I had a lot of time to think about it, but the time I was going to think about it was over the next 50 years. I don't really have anything. My wife disowned me, so changed her name, moved away. I don't even know where my kid is anymore.
Well,
I don't know. I'll find something.
we work for the Opal Corporation, so I mean, if you give us some information, we might be able to help.
Yeah. Rather not get wrapped up in that right now.
All right. Well, if you do need anything, look me up.
Opal Core?
Z.
Just be careful. Nobody knows who the sponsors are of that place, and quite frankly, I don't trust them.
I will heed your warning, friend. Be safe as well.
He goes over and picks up the stuff. Other than the kind of mad writings on the paper, you find like just a regular old dagger. Um, it is kind of strange that he wasn't wielding it, but it was in his possession. And then a very shitty mock-up prisoner's uniform that was essentially just like it was a little bit off color and it had no like prisoner number. Seemed like it was enough to fool the guard that was bringing him over, but it's there's just nothing. There's a couple like plain gold rings that fell that Jude comes over and picks up. This was her father's. And puts it in his pocket. And like kind of continues to walk off. Goes and talks to a guard, and the guard's like, "I'll fucking take you to the city." And so he goes with the guard to get escorted out because he doesn't really have credentials.
Any markings on the dagger?
No, it looks very, like calling it a dagger is like, it's very makeshift. It's not so much a shiv, but it's like very rudimentary. Like either like it was traded into there, like somehow he got his hands on it, right? But like it's rusty, it's old. As far as his trip down here and the damage he caused, it still was able to be utilized in a fashion where he was able to deal some damage on those who were unexpecting it. Who were not expecting it, not unexpecting it.
Those that were unexpecting it.
I got a party invite from nobody from Epic Games. Okay, cool.
Let's go.
Dude, I always have the most random people want to friend me on Epic Games. I don't know if anyone else has had that. I think there's a lot of spam bots on there.
I have.
Probably.
I've had a good
Like
amount of them.
it's nuts. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. But yeah, Jude kind of steals a glance back in your direction, Z, and just kind of like gives you a nod, like you didn't want to say thank you, but in a way to say thank you. But yeah, you guys are kind of out in this field. Where would you guys like to head now?
Back to HQ?
Yeah, I suppose we have the amulet now. These writings that you have there, Niklaus, I thought maybe that there was some underlying connection between the amulet and this numbing plague that we maybe were discovering here, but it seems as though he already had this connection before getting the amulet.
Yeah, as if it it lies deep inside you for a long time, or can at least, and before you even know you have it.
Yeah, so it might be a bit more difficult to really get any sort of source or information about where the numbing plague came from for at least
For
this
his case.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I see that amulet? I just want to check the enchantments on it.
I'll hand him the amulet.
Okay.
You don't have to if you're going to be so grumpy about it.
Wait, allow me to take a look at it first.
Okay.
Okay, I will take a look at it, flip it over. Yes. All right, go ahead.
Seems to
I
be
don't
an
have
amulet.
identify or anything.
I do, but I don't have
You've
a
identified
pearl
it as an amulet.
Very
You've confirmed.
interesting properties. Very interesting.
Yeah, I can't identify it either, but
Yeah.
I don't have a pearl or an owl feather. I gotta make some money
How long
first.
has your character been adventuring?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
About 3 levels.
I mean, serious. Like, like history-wise, right? And it's the
well,
same thing to do with like a water skin. It's
yeah.
like, I don't think a character would have a spell off to start and not have the proper items to utilize the spell.
That's fair.
That seems, I don't know. That
Yeah,
seems kinda stupid,
quite a few years between the pirating ship
right?
and then his family's ship.
I don't want to split
quite a while.
hairs with people's spells and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's more important to have fun with things, right? It's kind of what we were talking about like this campaign. It's like, dude, like, you know,
Yeah.
you would have doing, traveling the sea and stuff and like doing jobs. Like, I feel like you would have been like, hey, having a pearl and an owl feather would be very useful for me to be
Fair.
more useful to a crew. Wouldn't be like you just starting off like homeless. So like in this instance, I would say, yeah, you could identify it if you would like to, or attempt to.
All right, I will identify it.
You spend. Are you gonna just wait here and identify, or identify as you guys are heading back?
On the go.
Okay. Takes a minute to cast, so it's, you're able to kind of cast this as you guys are walking back. And it's a very, very interesting enchantment. It's not a it's an old school of magic that's let's see if I can equate it to something. Give me a second here. I can kind of give you some sort of similar to, I mean, what you can kind of, it's a very strong transmutation enchantment, but it's old and it almost like eludes you. Like, I know you have identify, but like the nature of it is strange. You witnessing him use it, it harnesses energy around. You're not sure where that energy is derived from. It appears to be. It's not something as like lame as like spiritual energy or something, but it definitely has something to do with the what's the best way to describe it? The energy around, right? The auras. I mean, it's kind of corny to say. It's hard to describe. It's an old, ancient, almost primal magic. But it allows the user to manipulate gravity on those it chooses and essentially flip. You can flip, you can hold, and then you can reverse gravity. So essentially, what he was doing was flipping gravity and then flipping it back. And it only has a certain amount of charges that it can use before each day. So it has like 5 charges, and depending on how many charges you expend, is how far or how long you manipulate the gravity, right? So in combat, he originally had people go up 10 feet and then come back down, but then he ramped it up to 20 feet. So it changes how many charges is utilized for this item. Its reach for what it can affect is about 20 feet, you gather, and up to like as many people you can fit within 20 feet you can affect. But you do get the sense that there's something more to this than like the base kind of layer of magics. I still have to create the item in Fantasy Grounds, or else I would have shared it with you.
It's all good.
But you guys are all just heading back to the house, to the homestead, HQ, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give this back to Sieg. Well, I hope we trust this Opal Corporation. This seems to be very powerful.
Clearly, clearly they had some sort of use for it, so
I wonder if it ties in with some of the magics being used on this rock itself, manipulating gravity and things such.
that is out of my wheelhouse. I'm not even going to begin to fathom what it could or could not be used for.
Well, I imagine in general in the astral sea, controlling gravity would be useful for any sort of movement or things like that.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're in a position to withhold this item from them. So,
Are you sure we could just swap it for a different amulet? They won't know.
I think they would.
Aye.
Well, if you're really considering that, we could just say that we never got it. We did see this man jettison off into the air and go somewhere, I assume. But we should at least maybe ask about what the amulet was for, and then we could say that we got it. I don't know.
At the same time, who's to say they don't have some way to read, we've procured it the minute we walk into the building.
Yeah, like a magic detector, like things in the doorway that go beep 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 when you bring magic items in.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, well,
Impossible.
yeah. I mean, you don't age here, so
Yes, I guess many things are within the realm of possibility.
Let's see, let me open up let me close this map. Stop sharing that map. Whoops, wrong button. Stop sharing. We can close that out and share the big map. As you guys kind of continue your way back, you find your way onto the streets, the busy streets of Brawl. Once again, there's that stark kind of like drop off of like you're kind of coming up the side of the rock, and you can start to hear kind of like the bustling of town, folks, kids, everybody. And the strange thing too is like, as like a thought experiment is, kids, right?
Yeah, like
Like,
growing up.
you know?
they're just like 300 years old, but they just look like kids.
Yeah, it's like some fucking vampire
someone-
shit.
No, I was gonna say, what happens if someone gets pregnant, but I feel like
Yeah.
that gets weird.
I'm looking it up. How does pregnancy work in the astral? Whoops. Let's see.
Why are we looking this up?
Well, we're just talking. I just kind of posed it
Important question.
like there's kids about in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't age.
Intriguing. It's got to be off-world, right?
That's why Sula ran away so she could. Oh wait, no, she wasn't from here. Just kidding. No,
Here's another idea: is
Ah.
how do like plants grow normally, or are they not like affected by the aging thing?
Yeah, it's true. You know, in the book talks about you have to come to a plane. You have to leave, come back, right? To age.
Okay.
Interesting. I'll think about it. I might
it's like the
change
opposite of a vacation. You go away so you can
Grow up.
grow up.
that. Yeah. Fascinating. But you guys make your way through the town, and it's pretty busy. You see another for sale sign on window Z, and it kind of like, and then everybody else kind of tries to drag you, and you're like, all right, so make sure you remember where that place is. But you know, it's kind of calmed down. You know, unless you look up to the sky, it just seems like a normal city that you guys have all kind of been in at some point or another. You make your way to the Opal Corporation headquarters. You enter in and you walk through these two panels that are beside the doorway, and you hear beep beep. No, I'm just kidding. But you do kind of enter in, and you can see that North is just hanging out in the lobby, just chilling, hanging out, talking to some people. They walk away. He kind of turns and eyeballs. He's like, you're back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's great to see you all. Glad that you're all back in one piece.
Oh, we had so much fun. Or at least I did.
Yeah, me too. I've seen a burlesque show.
Oh, Captain.
It was weird though.
What was weird about it?
Couple plasmoids came out on stage. I don't know, just didn't do it for me.
No? Well,
You walk on the street, you can see a plasmoid naked.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, I guess. You live and you learn.
Sometimes you have to learn to live. Anyways, let's go see Ethan. You guys got the amulet?
Yeah, I think so. Who's got the amulet? Which one of you? I know I don't.
So he's just gonna pull it out. Assuming this is what we're all looking for.
I don't know. Seems kind of puny to make all a hubbub about, but all right. And he kind of walks down the hallway to go to Ethan's office. He kind of knocks on the door. He's like, "Hey, boss. You in here?" The door kind of opens, and you can see Ethan's just like passed out on his desk. And he's like, and Ethan shoots up. He's like, "Oh, yes. Hello. Sorry. Come on in." You've returned. Only took you 2 days? Very interesting.
Is that too slow?
I mean, I figured that perhaps the perpetrator would have left the rock. You were able to apprehend him in time, I hope?
About apprehension. Does anyone else want to tell him?
It was more like ascension instead of apprehension.
That's a
Go
good way.
on.
He grew wings.
Okay.
Do you believe in
And?
heaven?
What is ahead? What?
We
What
had
is
to
that?
kill him.
Wow. And even North's like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, he was infected with the numbing plague.
Really?
Yeah. And it looks like it is either evolving or transforming.
I think he just had something a little different, actually. Seems like he was infected for quite some time.
Interesting. We've had different types of reports of what this numbing plague can do to a person, so it's not out of the question that he was different from what you've encountered previously, yes?
Yes, I'd say quite a deal in some ways. No snakes out of the arms, but it
Well,
does seem from some writing he had and what he said that there is maybe some sort of entity that's at the heart of the plague, or at least what he had.
less of an actual illness type plague and more of a created plague.
Perhaps something like a curse. Maybe?
Yes.
Possibly.
Well, I suppose it's time to tell you some things about this plague, or at least what were able to discern. It's surprising that he was also included or afflicted by this plague, and that these two paths have collided. Very interesting. It's almost like it's not a coincidence, would you agree?
Saying
It
it's
does
not a coincidence, or it is?
Well, it seems as though it's too good to be a coincidence, right?
I think the creature or entity that was a host inside of him was trying to get him to steal this for the entity.
Interesting. What
Ethan-
would be the point?
Ethan, I tend to agree with you. I feel like it is not as coincidental as we think.
Well, one thing I will say, you brought up the word murder, I bring up the phrase gray area. So we'll just write that off. We'll pay the family, we'll take care of it. But in any case...
I like
Wait.
it.
You might have difficulty, and I don't think this is important, but you might have difficulty paying the family.
Why?
He has a brother.
He has a brother, but I don't think he has a father or a mother.
Some people don't have fathers or mothers.
Okay, I'm just bringing that up
Some
because
people can't get rid of them.
he was wearing rings from his father, and he was promised to see his mother again.
Man, awfully insensitive, Niklaus.
He's not here to hear it.
No, but I am, you jackass.
Well,
You'll be all right.
I think it's an interesting topic.
I'm gonna walk up behind Sieg and put my hands on his ears. Just like, good job, Niklaus.
Good going. I think it's interesting. Did he say mother? Was there some implication of a mother? Did he say anything else to go along with it?
He said, "The voice will numb us all. Only those who follow will attain power."
That's a bit dramatic.
I thought so too. That's why I wrote it down mid-combat.
Did you show anybody else the letter that was on his body, or no?
I think Oberon was reading it over my shoulder.
Yeah. I was reading it.
Okay. Well, not metagame.
As a
then
rat. I'm rolling for smell.
Let me smell the paper.
I mean, you can see it. I'm not gonna hide it from you. Here you
Yeah,
go.
we took all the paper. So
It does look like in this letter he refers to something as mother.
Well, I'm gonna sign off on this this sortie for you. You have the amulet, right? May I see it?
He's just going to kind of hold it up.
Holds his hand out for you to like give it to him.
And drop down into it.
Okay. It
You
is
can hear him over my hand earmuffs? My life is a lie.
Just go pick it up somewhere else, you fool.
Well,
You know you love me.
Could you excuse me for one moment? Stay here. I must reach out to someone. I'll be right back. Okay? North, keep an eye on them. I want to go through my desk.
Does anything look like it's changed since the 48-hour period that we've been gone?
Like here or like...
Yeah, in his office.
Should there have been?
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, just in general? Oh.
Yeah.
No, it seems like it's...
Yes, I planted a bomb under his
I was
desk
like-
to
I
go
was
off in
like-
48 hours.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, did I miss something?
What the hell?
This is half the room's missing.
Did Ethan seem like he was being like deceptive when he just said that he was going to go reach out to someone? Like he's maybe just absconding with this thing, or
Make an insight check. It didn't seem like he was in any hurry, and it didn't seem like he was trying to be deceptive.
Okay.
The conversations you guys have had with him, didn't seem like he was being it wasn't being unnatural in his conversation.
sure.
Before he comes back,
Okay.
sorry, Z, Z, come here.
Yes.
Can you try to give him a hug and see if he's cold to the touch anywhere?
Give whom a hug?
Ethan, don't, quiet down.
Up. Give who a hug?
Ethan,
Ethan. Why would I want to hug Ethan?
don't you like hugging everybody?
I mean, my friends.
Yeah, Ethan's a friend, right?
Ethan
Good guy,
is,
he gives us
Ethan
money.
Is our employer.
Yeah.
I like to not mix business and
Come
pleasure.
on. Come on, you're the only one that doesn't worry about embarrassing themselves.
I like to have a good separation of personal and work.
All right, fine.
He seems nice, but I'm not gonna feel up my employer. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but what if he's,
Oh,
a snake?
Oh, I have an idea. Why don't
Okay.
you fucking do it?
Ooh. Why don't you go back to how you were before?
I like that idea. Rely on me for
Last time
everything.
I tried to talk to you, prick.
Why
You-
did you fucking do it?
Number one, you offended Sieg.
He's fine.
So I'm upset with you for the next 34 seconds.
Oh no, what am I
Okay.
gonna do with my 34 seconds?
You're gonna sit and squalor.
Throw a party.
You're gonna be upset because now you have to hug Ethan.
Ethan comes back into the room.
You know what really reminds me of, which I thought was hilarious, which you guys would appreciate, is the other night, I don't know, Sarah was like, I don't know, not doing whatever Phoenix wanted her to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just leaves on edge. He goes, "Fine, Mom, you're banned from the dinner table."
Get wrecked, dude.
Whoa.
No dinner
like,
table
damn.
for you, Mom.
"You're banned, boys only." I was like, "Jeez."
Oof.
And sister, she's allowed to be here.
Oof. Everybody but
Yeah,
Mom's
I was
allowed
like,
to be
owned.
here.
Here you go eat in your recliner.
Oh no, whatever will I do?
As you guys are whispering and kind of talking about stuff, there's like a globe of some nondescript planet that has like kind of more of like a cerulean blue forest and like kind of lighter blue seas that North is just over there just like kind of spinning it off to the side. So he would not have heard you guys kind of chatting. But yeah, Ethan does come back. He's like, closes the door and he's like, "Thank you for waiting. I'm sure you guys will be excited for what I have in store for you. I just had to make a quick conversation, sent a message to a sponsor who was taking a liking to your guys' crew. And I think he especially appreciated the name and thought that it was great.
That's right.
Really marketable.
I was just thinking we did not do that.
But any case, and he goes around and sits at the desk. The sponsor said that they would very much like you all to have the amulet. So, here you go, Sieg, and he tosses in the air in your direction, Sieg.
Try to grab it.
Yeah, snap it out of here. Snap it out of here. Snag it out of the air. I do have a few things I must also attend to. There's another crew that is due at the docks in the next few hours. That will be the payment for the sortie. You already got your stipend.
New sortie.
Well, yes. Need to file this one away. Talk to some other folks, other handlers, and see what they're taking. See if there's any priority missions from any.
Oh, was there a payment for this sortie that we just completed?
Are you deaf?
Yes.
It checks out.
It's the horns. They get in the way of his ears.
Sieg, can you tell him what the reward was for the sortie?
Oh, yes, please.
He just kind of lifts his hand that's got the amulet.
What? Just the amulet?
I'm so sorry about him, Ethan. And I'll start coming around the desk. Ethan, you don't listen to him. He's just dramatic. All right, and I'll like put my hands on his shoulders. He's just
so natural.
He's just gonna like be holding this thing, watching both of them, and just like the look of just like the fucking buffoonery that is in front of me.
I will lean while he's fondling Ethan. I'm gonna lean into whisper to Sieg and say, "Do you really think this was all worth it just for this amulet?"
I don't know anything about magic and such, but supposedly this is magic. It does things.
I guess it might be worth something if we sold it, right? Well, you should know. You seem like a thievy little kind of person.
I keep talking while they're whispering and getting louder, so he can't hear what they're saying.
Okay.
Hey, what are you guys whispering about?
Just walks over. What are you whispering about?
Hey guys, what are we?
She's gonna turn to look at Oberon. One is being a bit of a jackass right now. Honestly, I don't know which of the two it is.
I just don't think I don't think the amulet itself is enough.
Are you mad because it wasn't given to you?
No, not
Me
at
giving
all.
it to you make you feel better?
No. I feel that we all should have been compensated for doing the sortie. That's what
Well,
the sortie
judging
thing is
from
for.
the maniacal laughter that left your lips after that man died, I'm pretty sure you got your
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, that
Oops.
seems like a natural
please
reaction.
Sorry.
Remove your hand from me.
Sorry, I just get a little chill.
I get carried away. Did he feel cold anywhere, or did he feel normal?
I don't know.
Well, you can legally ask that question.
Why don't you ask him?
Why'd I feel him up then?
Ethan, do you feel cold?
He had layers of clothes on, you know. Like he has like all this whole robe thing going on. Like he's layered up. He's probably hot.
I love that reaction. Just
What I feel? I can't tell if it's cold or not. Why am I
Ask me about my wiener.
Is he shriveled up or what's going on?
Oh my.
What happens in the astral sea stays in the astral sea. But yeah, Ethan just kind of says, "I hope the payment was fine."
Oh, it was, and I'll
I
start
was,
reaching for him again.
I'm just I misunderstood. That was it. Yes. Perfect.
Well, you do have a stipend monthly. That's your payment usually. Most sorties don't have a payment unless it's special from a sponsor.
Yes, see,
Are you gonna touch him again?
that was my
No,
misunderstanding.
I'll back off.
That was my misunderstanding. I'm
Oh,
new to
it's-
being paid on a monthly basis instead of like per maybe per diem or like per assignment. So that's where that's my fault. And if his
It's-
hand is on the desk, I'm gonna put mine on top of it.
Okay. He's like,
That is-
"What
that
are
is-
you guys
that
doing?
is
This
my
is so
mistake.
strange. I need to relax. I need to go cool off or something.
How
You
did
guys
his
are freaking me out.
how did his hand feel?
I don't know. It just felt like a hand.
What
You
the
know,
hell? Everybody
like,
just
you
grabbing
know.
up on Ethan for no reason. We're all gonna get HR letters.
It felt fleshy. But perhaps a little colder than you would presume it would be. But he's also kind of an older gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
It might just be shit circulation.
That's
But
He-
I listen.
it's a 90-year-old man.
If you all could just stop, go on that side of the desk. Go.
I am on the side of the desk. I'm so sorry. Did I offend
No-
you?
Listen. You would know if you offended me because you'd cease to exist.
Oh.
North, stop playing with the globe. And he's like, sorry, boss.
Oh, Ethan, I'd like to hear more about that.
Yes, I could send you to a dimension you've never been to yet, with no oxygen and no light. Please,
Ethan,
leave me alone.
You dirty dog, you.
I said send you, not show you my dimension. So please. I gotta deal with some other stuff. I gotta get the other crew checked in. And then give me a few days, and I'm sure I will have something in store for you all. One of the best things about the Opal Corporation is that there is also downtime, and 99% of the sorties are not really. I shouldn't say that. I would say closer to 90% of the sorties aren't on a time frame basis. So if you get distracted by something or you need to take care of business for yourself, you're allowed to do that. So if you're really concerned about money from sorties or these missions we are giving you, feel free to fucking go and fundraise for yourself. Whatever you need funds for. But the next time I see you, there are some things we should discuss about the numbing plague, because there are some other things we've heard from informants, and I'm sure I will hear something from the crew that just got in because they had to deal with it. So just sit tight. I'll send word for you, or I'll just have somebody, or I'll tell North, whether you're staying here on the ship or elsewhere.
Absolutely. Just make sure you ask for when you do.
Will do. It is a pretty spicy name, I will say that. Strikes
was-
fear in the hearts of
It's
civilians.
a very good choice. I must
Rolls
say.
off the tongue.
It rolls off something, that's for sure.
But we're going to be your
Have a good-
favorites.
I'm sure you already weirding me out, so that's a good sign. Catch up with you later.
You
Now
know
please
we
leave.
will.
Go on, get. I said get out of here, Z. Jesus, stop looking at me like
I'm
that.
sorry. There were bees in the way. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I heard it too. It's out the window.
Okay, good. We're good.
They fucking buzz and slam into the stained glass, and it's really irritating.
I'm mildly allergic, so I just wanted to,
Ooh.
Get away from the bees.
Yeah, go take care of that. Get out of here, just in case there's a swarm of them. They bust through and
Yes.
it's all mayhem. Won't have to worry about the numbing plague.
Yes, Avanti! And I'll just dive through the door for no reason.
You guys exit and North goes with you out to like the general kind of meeting area, like this gathering hall. And North says, I think I'm gonna just I'm gonna head back to the ship. Not the biggest fan of being on land, so I'll be there. I'll keep my ear out for word. Gotta send the deckhands out for some supplies anyway, so just I don't know, stay out of trouble, I guess.
Oh, you
Silver,
silly
I don't know what the fuck you were doing, but get it together. And he just leaves.
Okay, get it together.
Fucking comatose looking motherfucker. And he just leaves.
Jesus. It sounds like he's drooling in the fucking corner.
Just,
Morph is just a handkerchief cleaning up his drool.
yeah, Morph is just like melted around his face.
Oh man.
We'll pick up next week with the next session.
Holy shit.
Thanks for coming by, guys. Thanks for sticking in there. Thanks for coming back, Magnus.
Yeah, 100%.
Bless the power line
Glad
workers out there.
it hasn't gone out anymore.
Thank goodness.
Impressed.
100%. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Awesome session tonight, Tim, as always. Preach. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. And as always, say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. See ya.
Bye bye.